Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Dominic from the Primetime Treasure eBay store and YouTube channel. Thank you very much for coming back to check out another video. This one is a follow-up to a prior video that I did that announced the eventual breakup of PayPal from eBay. That will be complete, it seems, in the year 2023, and PayPal will slowly be replaced starting later on in this year with a company known as Adyen or Adyen. Not quite sure exactly how you pronounce it. It's a Dutch company, but they are going to be the company that is primarily handling the payments through eBay for eBay purchases. Now, again, that's going to be something that's slowly phased in over time. And if you want the complete details of that breakup from PayPal and eBay and how and why Adyen has become the new company that's going to be handling these transactions, you could check out the prior video that I did on this, which I will link to at the end of this video. So you'll see a little caption there. You just click on that and you can see that. But this is just a little update because there has been information that came out since I posted my last video on this topic, and that video is actually posted within hours of the announcement actually coming out and breaking from eBay. Now the reason I'm doing this video and why you see the Adyen screen here is because when I first found out about this, like many others, I simply thought that PayPal was going away and just a new company named Adyen was coming in, and we'd all have to sign in and get Adyen accounts just like you sign up and get a PayPal account. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be really what the situation is like. Because really what eBay wants to do, and I probably should have figured this out, I guess, from the initial announcement, which is when they did say that they really want people to stay on the same page. They don't want people leaving to have to go to a separate site. They want everything just simply done within eBay. Now, it might feel like that you're still doing it within the same site when you're on eBay and you're completing your transactions, but they want actually a more seamless process where everything is integrated into one place. But still, I thought even when I heard that you'd still have to sign up and actually get an Adyen account. And so I actually did that. If you go to their page, you would just go to create test account. And so when you click that, as you'll see here, it's just going to ask you for some basic information. It's going to ask you for your country. So, you just click that. So, United States all the way down at the bottom. You just type in your first name. You type in your last name. You put your email address, the name of your company. Now, if you don't have a company, then that makes it that you can't do that step. If you have, they want to know your website name. So if you don't have a website, that could be a problem. I mean, if you had an eBay store, that could technically suffice for this. And then they want to know your current transaction volume. So do you bring in 0 to 1,000 a month, 1,000 to 5,000 a month, 5,000 to 10,000 a month, or 10,000 plus? And then all you do is you click request test account, and you will instantly be granted a test account. You're just going to get an immediate email that comes to you with a username, a sign-in name, and you're going to get a link to create a password. So when you create your password, what it's going to look like, and when you sign in, I'm actually signed in over here. I'll bring it to the other page in just a moment. When you sign in, it's going to ask for more information to set up an actual, what they call, live account. So you're just setting up what they call a test account. They're just getting some basic information about you. But then once you get in, they want you to sign up for what they call a live account. And there you've got to provide a ton of information. So you've got to have your company legal name, and you can see here it says for me MedFriendly LLC, because that's the parent name for the different businesses that I run. Many of you don't know who follow this channel that I also run a medical website called medfriendly.com, which is a medical dictionary site, but I also have my eBay store as a subsidiary underneath it. So I have multiple businesses running through one general name. But anyway, you could see here that it asks information. You got to describe your business. What's the URL for your website? So you see mine listed there. You see now, if I was doing this for eBay, I would put in my Primetime Treasure eBay store link. What type of entity are you? Do you have an LLC? Are you a public corporation? And it's asking for a lot of other information: registration number, employee identification number. So if you don't have any of those things, you obviously can't create this account with Adyen. Then it's asking for a lot of e-commerce information. What payment methods do you want to accept? How many transactions per month you anticipate bringing in, those types of things. Then it asks for information on contact information for you, and it's asking for things like your company shareholders and beneficiaries and who are authorized signatories. And so you could quickly see here that this is really designed for bigger businesses than typically are being operated through eBay, although there could be some exceptions obviously through this on eBay for some major places like BHFO or something like that. But in general, this is not going to be something that is appropriate for most eBayers. It asks for settlement information. Wants a lot of stuff about your bank account. It asks for all sorts of documents that you've got to include: your company registration, your bank account statement, your ID, your passport, all sorts of things. So you can see it really gets extensive in terms of the type of information that you have to submit. So the general answer to the question is, should you sign up for an Adyen account? I would definitely tell you that as of right now, the answer for that is no. There's no reason right now why anybody on eBay needs to set up an Adyen account. As Adyen and eBay start working out how they're going to exactly complete the collaboration, there will be information that's sent out through eBay that will let you know exactly how you have to proceed in terms of anything that you even have to do from an Adyen perspective. But really the way things are actually going to work, and this is really important to know, is that Adyen's going to just kind of be there, kind of working behind the scenes. In fact, I'm not even sure if anyone who's making a payment for something, when they make an eBay purchase in the future and this whole Adyen integration is complete, I don't even know if they're going to know that there is even a company named Adyen that's taking part in the transaction whatsoever. Unlike the situation now where someone's making a payment and they know that they're going through their PayPal account. It's going to be different. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So most of you who are watching this have a Netflix account. Well, when you pay for your sign in and you pay for your monthly Netflix subscription, that's actually being processed through Adyen in the background, and that's what's basically going to happen with eBay. People are going to have different payment options. They're going to enter those payment options on eBay, and it's going to look like it's all being done through eBay, but really it's actually being processed by Adyen. Now, Adyen is going to work out a deal, or probably have already worked out a deal with eBay that's going to hopefully, from eBay's perspective, save them billions of dollars. I think the estimate was about $2 billion that eBay was hoping to save per year in fees that they are paying to PayPal right now. So they hope that by integrating everything in this manner, with Adyen doing the processing within their site in an integrated way, will save them a lot of money. And that's really the main reason why they are doing this. There's other reasons that I went over in my previous video, but really, as in most situations when you're trying to figure out why something happened, money typically is the answer. So there is big money at stake here for eBay, and they're going to do everything they can to pull this off successfully. So from a seller's perspective, How is it going to work for you? Are you going to make out with this Adyen situation? It looks like in general that you should, because if you look at the pricing fee structure for Adyen, what you'll see here is that there's a processing fee, just like there is on PayPal, but on PayPal, the processing fee is 30 cents per transaction, and for Adyen, it's 12 cents per transaction. And that's for every different type of payment, and regardless of the payment type. So you could see here, if someone pays with their Diners Club card, or their Apple Pay card, or their Discover card, or Google Pay, even American Express, it doesn't matter. The processing fee is going to be 12 cents. So for that, you're saving 18 cents per transaction, which is great. Doesn't sound like a whole lot in and of itself, but if you figure in hundreds or thousands of transactions, that's a lot of money. So that's a good situation right there. Now, in terms of whether or not you're going to save money on the payment method fee, that's a different situation, and I don't know if you could count on these exact rates as they're listed here in all situations being what they're going to be like once the integration with eBay occurs. The main one I'm thinking of here is American Express. You could see here that American Express, if someone pays you with American Express right now and it's processed through Adyen, there's a 3.95% payment method fee. Now with PayPal, the rate is again 30 cents per transaction, and then there's a payment fee of 2.9%. So with American Express, if someone chooses to pay that way right now, you would lose out in that situation. But most people don't pay for things with American Express, and again, I don't know, by the time this gets integrated with eBay, that rate might go down to lower than the 2.9% through PayPal. But you could see for other methods that people are going to pay you with. So let's say most people are going to pay you with either Discover card, and you could see there it says Interchange Plus Plus. Most people are going to pay you maybe with a MasterCard. There you could see Interchange Plus Plus. With Adyen, interestingly enough, they could pay through their PayPal account, and so there's some kind of contract there. And then you also see down there Visa. Most people have a Visa card. Interchange Plus Plus. So if you haven't heard of Interchange Plus Plus, that is basically a fancy fee structure that depends on, it's complex, it depends on a lot of different factors, partly related to what actual payment method you selected, and but there's other factors that go into it. But it's basically a way to look at it is that it's a form of a fee that you pay for the privilege of being able to collect or use credit cards to facilitate transactions with your buyer. So basically, on average, the Interchange Plus Plus right now, as of February 12th, 2018, averages about 2%. So if you factor that in, 2% versus 2.9% on PayPal for the average situation, and 12 cents versus 30 cents, you should be making out in most situations. So I think that if things go the way they look like they're going to go, sellers should be pretty happy with the way this Adyen transition goes. And again, people will have the option to still use PayPal for a while, but I think that once they feature Adyen prominently and sellers realize that they're making much more money over the long run taking payments over Adyen than PayPal, that's just going to be the way of the future in terms of how it goes. So again, just to summarize, I don't believe there's any reason that you actually need to sign up for an Adyen account right now. No point in going through the hoops to do it at all. If things change in that regard in the future, I will let you know. But expect to see information from that from eBay in the future in terms of what, if anything, you need to do in that regard. And I will just try to keep this as a continuing thread in terms of helping people transition to the update. So make sure if you like this video that you click like. My other video on this happens to be the most popular video that I've done so far. So people seem to like this. I will link this video to the end of the other video so people can see the update. Please comment down below. I did this video actually because one of the subscribers, Dan, asked me to do this type of follow-up video once I experimented with the or looked into the Adyen account. So you see how your comments influence what I will do in terms of videos. So if you have other ideas in terms of videos, things you want to see, please let me know about that, and I will try my best to make something if I can do it and if I'm knowledgeable about the topic. The other thing is, I put a plug in this in most of my videos. I'll make this one a little shorter, but please make sure you stop by the Facebook Reselling Resource Center, which I created to help resellers get together and promote your brand, promote links of, if you have a YouTube video or if you follow a favorite YouTuber and you want to drop a line in there in terms of, a link to some video that you found helpful. Many of those have been posted already. I love them. I've learned a lot through them. And I would encourage other people to do the same, just as long as things are done in a non-spammy way. That's all I ask. So the link to the Facebook Reselling Resource Center, which I run, is down below. So just submit a join request, and I will let you in as long as everything looks okay with your profile. So you could also just search for the Reselling Resource Center on Facebook if you want to just do it that way. Also, real important, I am really trying to get this subscriber count up. I wanted to try to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the month. It's looking kind of sketchy in terms of whether or not I'm going to be able to do that. Right now we're at 57. So if you're enjoying these videos and you haven't subscribed and you're just coming back through a bookmark, please just subscribe to the channel. It helps me know, gives me input to know that you guys are actually enjoying it and that you want to get updates about new videos that are coming out. So please scroll through the video link in my channel and check out some of the other videos that I have. There's a whole diverse array of topics, and one of the ones I'm going to do soon is I'm going to go over the top 10 most expensive and most profitable items that I sold in January of this year. So look forward to that. Lots of cool bolos in that, and that's coming up soon. So I will see you all soon, and I hope that you have a great start to your reselling week. See you later, everybody.